Hi, it's Kathy McAllister, T-Wife Creations. How are you today? Quick little demo here. Chris Howard of Sawdust Makery had done a demo on how you do these little bows. So these are especially helpful if you want to dress up an ornament, you don't want to use a lot of beads, or maybe you're mailing it and you want it to be flatter. Once you put beads on your pieces, which I like to do, of course it makes it a lot thicker and also it adds a lot more expense. So this is a really quick, inexpensive way to dress up your ornaments and hang them. This was a design that I did that is based on a Sandy McTeer piece, and I love the way these ornaments turned out. So I cut the little chickadee in 3D. Anyway, this has turned out to be one of my favorite ornaments. So I just want to show you real quick how you do the bow. It's really sensible, but every time I go to do it, I forget how to do it. So I thought, well, let me just go ahead and make a video, and then I can refer back to my own video when I am confused. Now, using ribbon that has a side like this can be a little bit more challenging if you want to keep the pattern side up. So that's a little bit more of a challenge. So you need a jar or something that is about this width where you can slide this off. If you want, the size of the jar will determine the size of the loop. So the bigger the jar, the bigger the loop. I don't want my loops to be too big, so I'm using this skinny pint jar. I also have this very messy water bottle that's just a little fatter than that, and I was using that too, but this is kind of squatty. If you have a taller jar, it makes it easier to do it. So you just want to kind of get a rough estimate of how much ribbon that you need. I'm gonna just eyeball this. Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and do your bow like you would normally tie a bow. Just gonna move that up there so it stops rolling everywhere. And of course you can adjust your bow to your liking. So whenever I'm dealing with a pattern like this and I want the pattern to come out on top, I'm going to rotate this, and then I'm able to pull the pattern piece through. Okay, so I'm going to adjust that a little bit, adjust and tighten it. All right, so that's pretty good. Okay, so then you can slide it off, and you can snip it if you want. Looks pretty even now. You get your ornament, and the easiest way to do it is like to hold this piece where the ribbon, the bow is at the front, and then I'm going to just take a brush end. I can push this through with my finger too, but it's easier if I just push it through with like a brush. Okay, so now I have a loop. It's coming from the back. It's coming from the back. Okay, so now I will be able to, oops, went the wrong way with that. So the loop just comes from the back, and then you just want to turn it like this. So that's what it looks like. The bow is at the front like this, and it's just really pretty. So I have another one I need to do. So we'll do one more. And if your ribbon was thin enough, and if you had a bead that had a big enough hole, you could put a bead here. But this is, I would have to get a bead with a slightly bigger hole. This one is a minuscule hole, so that wouldn't work. Okay, so I'm going to do it again. So I'm just going to judge about how much ribbon I need. So, okay, and of course this is much easier to do if you don't have a print on your ribbon, or if you have a print on one side of your ribbon. So let me just see if I can, because you're constantly trying to switch and turn the piece. Like this part of the ribbon keeps wanting to flick back to the red side, which is okay, but okay, that's pretty good. And just pull it to make these a little bit more even. Okay, so that's that. Looks about as good as it's gonna look. Yay, yay. Okay. Yeah, if you're wanting to try this out first, and you can try it with a ribbon that doesn't have a pattern. Okay, so I'm just gonna, I've got this laid back here, and I'm gonna poke that through, and I'm just gonna pull. Just gonna pull, and now I have a loop. And again, you can kind of play around with this to get it to twist the way you want. So there you go. That is how you do it. And it's just ready to hang onto a tree. All right, well that was it. Thank you guys for watching. This is Kathy McAllister, Tea Wife Creations. Have a wonderful day. Bye.